Hello, Facebook Live. I can't believe it's already day 20 of the 30-day life challenge. Oh my god, this passed so fast. It's incredible. Well, I'm happy to be here with you today. Welcome. And today I want to speak to you about the topic of leading with vision, embracing the path less traveled as a thought leader. And this is such a powerful, incredible topic because I can actually see so many people who feel so lost in this world because they are actually visionaries, they are actually thought leaders, but they have not yet discovered what that means and how to live that. They are not able to yet see themselves as such and understand what that means in the world. But these are the people who are going to make a difference. These are the people who are going to change the world. These are the people who actually drive humanity's evolution. And I'm pretty sure that if you're here watching this live, you are one of these people, because these are the people who are gravitated towards me, who get pulled into my field. And so as a thought leader, as a visionary, we are the kinds of people who think differently, who challenge the status quo, who don't just accept the rules as they are, but always question, is there a better way? Is there a different way? Where everybody else says it's always been done this way, so that's the best way and that's how we'll continue doing it. We say, no, just because it's always been done this way doesn't mean there isn't a better way. It just means no one ever tried yet to find a better way. And then we go and find that better way. So the thought leader, the visionary, is someone who sees the world, and instead of just seeing where it has lack and where it's not right and where it's just doesn't fit what they would like to experience, they see the potential. They see, instead of just seeing this is just how the earth is, this is just how humanity is, this is just how things work and there's nothing we can do about it, they see the potential, they see the possibility to change it. They see themselves as someone who can make a difference, as someone who can actually bring a different reality, who can actually change the status quo. And they are ready to challenge everything they have learned and everything they know, to find new ways to help make the world better. Not just for others, but for themselves too. Because they want a better life. They want to live in a better world. And they want others to live in a better world. And they want others to have a better life. And in that, they do that for all of us. Because together we can make a difference. And someone has to walk first. And thought leaders, visionaries, the changemakers, they are the people who walk first. They are the people who are ready to walk the road that has never been traveled yet, to make their own path, to go into the unknown, and to not just follow in the footsteps of other people, but create a new pathway, create a new way of doing things. And they are ready to go through the deep jungle and through the challenging parts and fall on their face sometimes, get stuck in the mud, stumble over stones, so they can find that way for all of us. Sorry, I have a hair in my eye. Okay. That was a bit uncomfortable. Now it's better. So the thought leaders and the visionaries are really the people who are so courageous and who are so ready to go out and try and fall on their face, who are ready to fail, who are fully aware that if they try a completely new path that has never been tried, there's always a risk of failure, and they are totally ready and willing to take that risk if it means there is actually a chance that they might find a better way. There is a potential to success and to a better way that they could find. Then they are so ready to take on that chance of failure. They are not scared of falling on their face. At least not to the degree. They can be scared of falling on their face too, but they will never let that fear stop them. They will never let that fear stop them. They will take that path that has the potential of creating a better way, of creating a new possibility, a new world, a new pathway, of creating a better way. This is who the visionaries are. This is who we are. And this is what we do in this world. We don't let anything stop us because we can feel in our bones that we're here for it. We are often the people who already as children, we were the weirdos. We were the ones who didn't fit in, where the other children were kind of like, yeah, don't know what to do with that kid. The black sheep of the family. At least like from my experience, I already had that as a kid, that I was thinking differently. I was seeing the potential of the world. I was constantly questioning everything. I was constantly challenging the status quo and finding new ways to do things. And I didn't fit in at all. I remember my first 4 years of school, I was so lonely because I was a total cast out. Because the other kids didn't know what to do with me. Because their rules didn't apply to me, or I didn't accept their rules, and I was constantly questioning things, and I was constantly finding new ways, and I was constantly inventing stuff, and I was constantly doing things differently. And they were like, we don't know what to do with you. You just don't fit in. And I didn't fit in, that's true. Because I was not meant to fit in. I was meant to show a different way. And I still am. Still, when I am in a circle of people that are very, let's say, adapted to the status quo and sticking to society's rules and the cultural norm and what is considered normal and what is considered the correct way of doing things, I feel like I don't fit in, and they feel a bit weird around me because I just do things so differently, and I think so differently, and I see the world so differently. Of course, again, that hair. There's a little hair here that is driving me crazy. Okay, we're going to put that really well behind the ears now and hope that that will not happen again. Okay. Because of the way I think. And sometimes some of those people are actually open to challenge their own way of thinking and question what they believe. And then because I'm a grown-up now, I have matured now, I know how to lead myself, I will not have trouble being in a conversation or being around those people, but I will constantly have that underlying feeling of not fitting in 100%, and they will constantly have an underlying feeling of she doesn't quite do things the same way and think the same way. And sometimes that's a good thing, because then sometimes I feel that there's an opening and someone is open and we actually go into a conversation, and I start going in a direction of actually questioning the things that are considered norm, and they're actually inspired by that. And then maybe a door opens for them, and then they have an idea and a door opens for me, and then it's a thriving conversation. That happens too. And sometimes it's just, okay, let's stick to small talk. Let's keep this at a plain level where we can actually feel comfortable being in each other's presence. And we're not going to spend too much time together, that's for sure, because they don't want to challenge the way they think and see the world. And that's okay. Nobody has to. But the people who do are the people who make a difference. They are the people who change the world. The big ones, the artists, the visionaries, the changemakers, the scientists, the inventors. I mean, just think about Leonardo da Vinci or Einstein. Do you think they were understood with their ideas and crazy thoughts and crazy ways of seeing the world and seeing potential and all the things that they envisioned? No, they were the weirdos. They were the crazy people. Everybody was thinking like, what's up with them? But they changed the world. They changed the world. These are visionaries. We have visionaries. So if you are around people where you just feel like, or if you're just beginning to really live that visionary side of yours and just bringing it out, and you are feeling like no one really understands me in my environment, no one really is able to grasp that, and like people are feeling like repelled by that, or are starting to like draw away from you, the people you used to have around you all the time when you were not yet daring to express that visionary side of you. Because the truth is, all visionaries have that side to them from birth, but there is a part of us that will ensure that we're safe, and so we might suppress that side of us, not express it for a long time to feel safe. But eventually we do. And when we do, we might experience that the people around us, our family, the friends we used to have, might start to feel uncomfortable around us, or to say, what happened? Like, you changed, you're different now, and not like that. And that is part of the journey. That is okay. But that can be quite scary and quite challenging when you're on the path of the visionary, when you're on the path of a thought leader. Because you start feeling like, now that I embrace myself and I express who I really am and what I really feel and think about the world, I'm alone. People leave. And what if I end up being alone? And that's why it's so important that as visionaries and as thought leaders, we work with that idea. We embrace that possibility that walking the path, following that vision, that mission of ours, might lead to us having to walk alone, and that we become ready to walk alone if that is what is needed to make our vision come to life. Because once that fear falls away, we become powerful, we become strong. And what happens then is we become magnetic. When we don't need others to follow us or to be around us, to believe that we can do it, that we have a vision that is worth walking the path for, that when we don't need validation of others for our truth to be the right path for us, that's when we become magnetic. And what happens is that some people might fall away. For me, I experienced most of my family falling away when I embraced that path. Some of them fell back in at a later point because they went through their own evolution. Because as thought leaders, we also become catalysts for evolution. The people who are around us and who choose to be around us, they will evolve with us. Because that's who we are. That's the environment we create. And then eventually they came back. So when they were ready and when they had gone through their own evolution, part of them stayed away. And that's okay. You don't have to keep people in your life that are not right for you and where you're not right for them. And yeah, a lot of friends might fall away. Like most of my childhood friends have fallen away because I evolved in a different direction. Me embracing that path of the visionary did not align with them. It was not their path. That's perfectly okay. They have their own path and everyone is needed and everyone is right as they are and has their own gifts and has their own blessings for the world. But that also meant there was a phase in my life where I hadn't yet drawn in the new people because there was still a bit of fear and there was still a bit of discomfort of being in that full expression of my visionary, of that part of me, of being a thought leader, of doing things differently, of having that rebellious way of thinking and seeing the world, thinking about and seeing the world. So there was still part of me that was scared and I wasn't in my full expression. And because of that, I didn't draw in yet the new people. I didn't draw in the people that were right for me yet. But the old ones started falling away because that didn't align anymore. And it was when I started not being scared anymore of expressing that part of me, of living that part of me, of going full out and saying, yes, I do think differently. Yes, I challenge the status quo. Yes, I don't stick to the rules. Yes, I don't do things how they're supposed to be done. I am always trying to find a new way. I'm always trying to find a better way. I am always ready to fall on my face if there's a chance that I could actually find a better way. When I started fully expressing that, the people that used to be around me, that were used to old me, who didn't at all do those things, started being uncomfortable around me. They fell away. And it was only when I went into full expression of that part of me that I started drawing in new people. So there was a phase in between where I was pretty lonely, where I didn't have many friends because the old friends didn't align anymore, and I hadn't yet found the new friends that really were aligned with me. And only when I came into full expression of that part of me, of my truth and my integrity, I started drawing in the new people. I started drawing in the people who are right for me. And they do come, I promise you. If you're on that path and you're right now experiencing this, that you feel alone, and you feel like all the people that used to be part of your life are falling away, and you haven't yet found your people, I promise you they're gonna come. Stay on track, keep moving forward. You got this. Stay true to yourself. Learn to express your truth more and more. Stay in integrity with yourself, and you will magnetize the right people for you. They do come. Even if it takes a while, you will gravitate them eventually. And honestly, when you do, these relationships are better than anything you've ever experienced before. When we can be our true, authentic selves in the relationships that we have, it's like nothing. I can't even put it into words. It's a whole new world. It's a completely different experience of life. A completely different experience of relationships. And these relationships are worth waiting for. These friendships are worth waiting for. They are. Because it's the best thing in the world. To have friends where you can be fully and completely yourself, who get you and understand you and cheer you on and love you exactly as you are. So stay the track. Don't get discouraged. You got this. We're doing this together. You obviously, if you're watching this and this resonates with you and you're feeling this, you obviously already found one person who thinks like you. Hello. Come say hi. I'd be happy to connect. We got this. Your people will find you. We are here to make a difference. And that's not always easy. That takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of bravery. And sometimes it means standing alone and walking alone. But that's okay. Because we are going to create greatness, magnificence. We are here to build a new world. And for that, it's so worth walking alone for a while. It's so worth being uncomfortable for a while. It's so worth having to try things and fall on our faces sometimes. It's so worth being brave every day. It's so worth having to gather the courage to keep on walking the path that hasn't been walked yet. It's worth it. Keep the vision. Keep the vision. Keep on walking the path. You are not alone. We are here together. We are doing this together. We are walking side by side. And we are going to create a better world together. Because we can. Because we were born for this. You know it. When you're a visionary, when you're a thought leader, you know it. You feel it in your bones. There is no question there. You can feel it. You know it. Don't let anything stop you. This is your destiny. And it's going to lead you not just to creating greatness in the world, it's also going to lead you to live a great life, an incredible life. So go do it. Walk that path and create that life and create that world. Let's do it together. I love you. I see you. I walk side by side with you. Let's stay connected. And let's do this thing together because we are here to create a new world. That's what we were born for. And it doesn't matter what anyone says. This is who we are. This is what we're destined to do. And this is what we're going to do. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for another day of the 30-day life challenge. And until then, if you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what is your experience. Let me know if you feel that visionary aspect within yourself, if you are visionary and what you stand for. I would love to hear all your missions and visions and anything you want to share. And if you know someone whom you think could profit from that video or who would love that video, please always feel free to share. And I will see you tomorrow for another day of the 30-day life challenge. I love you and goodbye. Have a beautiful evening.